Hey guys, Digitech Lifestyle here, back with another video, and this one is well, I've got a few bits to talk about. One with Gregory Mannarino and what he's saying is going on, and the BRICS, actually the BRICS expansion, and how that impacts the petrodollar, and that will lead into what Gregory Mannarino has to say. So let's get started with this, right? This is from the Center for Strategic International Studies, and basically they are talking about digital finances are expanding worldwide. The COVID-19 pandemic and associated lockdowns accelerated the adoption of digital solutions, including digital payments, e-commerce, financial account ownership, and others. At the same time, the digital wave has highlighted the scale of consumer protection risks and associated harms, including online fraud, scams, major problem. I keep on banging on about scams, and I see them all the time, and people are just promoting them and they're not even realizing. Yes, they're getting money for now, but sooner or later these will be go away eventually. People will wake up that they are scams, and eventually, hopefully soon anyway, can lead to can be leaked. Scams and phishing attacks without proper safeguards and sensitive personal data can be leaked. Algorithm bias in AI may manifest gender bias inequities, especially when applied to financial products such as loans and savings. These trends underscore the need to foster a more equitable and secure digital finance infrastructure by strengthening consumer protection. Right, and I'm going to play you the video from the guy that's heading this up from the Center for Strategic.
So I'm Dan Rundy. I'm a Senior Vice President here at CSIS. We're having a conversation today about creating a consumer-centric digital finance ecosystem. I want to welcome everybody that's online and thanks everybody who's here in person. I want to especially thank DAI and USAID for partnering with us on this project that we've been doing on this. We've done a lot of work with them on digital transformation. Some of you online, some of you present may have even attended our roundtables on these topics, and we're really grateful for all of your help. The digital age has the potential to serve as a source of economic empowerment and increased agency for people around the world. Digital financial services have become transformative to individuals and enterprises in supporting business transactions, sustaining livelihoods, and improving household level resilience. At the same time, digitalization has also heightened the scale of consumer protection risks and associated harms, including online fraud, scams, and phishing attacks. So this isn't just a problem for the United States. This is a global challenge. If unaddressed, these risks have the potential to undermine the trust in digital finance and turn people to more informal methods of financing. In light of these changes, we have an opportunity to take action to mitigate risks and create opportunities for positive impact. We have an opportunity to take action to mitigate risks and create opportunities for positive impact. This includes strengthening consumer protection that incentivizes responsible market practices and developing financial products with consumer protection in mind.
And this leads me into BRICS quite simply because it's what we're seeing is the expansion of the BRICS currencies, the BRICS nations, and they are effectively, supposedly challenging the dominance of the US dollar. And then I'll play the video of what Gregory Mannarino is saying about this, and I think this is being deliberately allowed from what Gregory Mannarino is saying. The BRICS nations, the BRICS group of big emerging economies, have announced the admission of 6 new members in an attempt to reshape the global world order and provide a counterweight to the US and its allies. From the beginning of next year, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Argentina, and the EU, along with Ethiopia, will join the current 5 members: Brazil, Russia, and India, China, and South Africa. It was announced as a summit in Johannesburg this Thursday just gone. So this could be big, if they all get along, if they all decide to work together and base it on a system that is fair, equitable, and for their nations, and hopefully lead the way for the West, because this system we're under right now is totally corrupt. It's led by money laundering, gambling, money laundering massively through the banking sector. Which I showed you that video yesterday. I played you that video yesterday from HSBC, and they're not just the only ones that are doing it. And it comes from the top right down to the bottom at the end of the day. So let me play you the video with Gregory. Okay, get him up.
Today, I explained to you, or we spoke about how these oil-rich nations are now making alliances with the BRICS nations. Okay, a lot of you seem to be downplaying the significance of this. I did read through the comments. Do you understand that the US dollar is the world reserve currency because of one reason? That is the petrodollar. The United States has guaranteed to protect the oil of OPEC nations. And why would they do that? Well, so the petrodollar would exist. The petrodollar, because of the assurance to OPEC nations or oil-rich nations that the U.S. military would protect that oil, they have priced their oil in dollars. Okay, if that goes away, the U.S. dollar as the world reserve currency goes away. And instead of the United States exporting its inflation to the rest of the world, you haven't seen anything yet with regard to inflation. The way of life that you've come to know here in the United States, which is quickly evaporating anyway, unless of course you're in the upper echelon of society, is going to change, and I mean change very, very rapidly. You have to look at the global stage. I am a macro guy, all right? I do focus on the small things too, but for the most part, it's the macro picture that I kind of focus on. The fact that these oil-rich nations are now joining the BRICS is a direct threat to the petrodollar system and the US dollar as the world reserve currency. This should be very, very obvious. And what is going to lead to? Suffering, pain, death, and war. And more than likely a black swan event or some outlying thing. Who knows what they're going to do to us, but they have a lot more in store for us, again, as we go from crisis to crisis to crisis to crisis. That's how we function these days. Can't have anything normal anymore.
Agreed. We are going to go from crisis to crisis to crisis. From what I'm seeing, it's not looking good for certain nations, including in Europe and all those that are based on the petrodollar. The only way to change it is to go digital, but they have to have this black swan event in order to make people or persuade people into doing so. Otherwise, it's not going to work, and that's the problem. Anyway, shout out to Subjective News and all those who I follow and get information from. Anyway, guys, digital lifestyle out. Wake up, smell the coffee, see what's going on. Brace yourself for what's to come. Anyway, speak to you soon. Back with another video, maybe tomorrow. Take care. Bye.